Welcome to free online classes of physics with Lambo sir. So, in the previous lecture, we studied sources of electrical energy, and we come to know that every source of electrical energy has its own EMF, potential difference, and internal resistance. So, what is EMF of a cell? This is the energy spent or work done by that cell to circulate unit charge once round the complete circuit. And that EMF of cell E equal to W upon Q was the formula for EMF. And what is terminal PD or potential difference of that cell? This is also the energy spent by cell or work done by the cell to circulate unit charge through external resistance only. So in this way, we come to know that EMF of cell is always greater than terminal PD of cell when the cell is in closed circuit. And when that cell is in open circuit, EMF and terminal PD are equal. While under the charging process, when cell is used under charging by external power supply, in that case only EMF of that cell is less than potential difference or terminal PD. So in this lecture, we want to learn combination of cells. So two or more than two cells, when they are combined, then we get a battery. So battery is nothing but combination of cells in which two or more than two cells are combined. As we know that resistor has two types of combinations, series combination and parallel combination. Similarly, cells can be connected in series combination as well as in parallel combination in order to prepare a battery. So while preparing a battery, we want either the voltage capacity of that battery is increased or current capacity of that battery is increased. So depending upon our purpose, if we want to increase the voltage rating of that battery, voltage capacity of that battery, then the given cells are connected in series combination. And if we want to increase the current rating or current capacity of that battery, then the given cells are connected in parallel combination. So by connecting cells in series or parallel, desired voltage or current can be obtained. And this combination of cells is called a battery. And there are two types of combinations of cells. First, cells in series combination, and second one, cells in parallel combination. So first of all, we will learn cells in series combination. So concept of series combination of cells. So in series combination, what is happening? In series combination, the given cells are connected along a single electrical path between two common points such that positive terminal of one cell is connected to negative terminal of another cell, and that is continued for the next cells. So in series combination, what is happening? The given cells may be two or more than two. The given cells are connected in single electrical path between two common points such that the positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the next cell, and it is continued for the further cells. So here we are considering the combination, series combination of two cells. See here, this is the two common points A and B, and this is the single electrical path, and the two cells are connected in this single electrical path such that positive terminal of one cell is connected to negative terminal of the next cell, and so on. That's why these two cells are in series combination. And in that series combination, the voltage greater than voltage of one cell can be obtained. See here, a voltage higher than voltage of one cell can be obtained by connecting cells in series combination. So in this case, the first cell has voltage 1.5 volt. Second cell had voltage 1.5 volt also, and they are connected in series combination. That time, between the points A and B, the voltage, that means terminal voltage of this battery, when the two cells are connected in series combination, the terminal voltage of this battery is equal to 3 volt. So that's why only voltage rating is increased. But what is happening to the current rating? The current rating of this battery is same as that of the one cell. But when cells are connected in series combination, what is happening? Terminal voltage of that battery. series combination आपण जर सेल जोडल्या तर जी बॅटरी तयार होणार आहे त्या बॅटरीचं टर्मिनल व्होल्टेज म्हणजे व्होल्टेज बिटवीन द पॉइंट्स ए अँड बी is equal to sum of voltages of individual cells in series. Means if we connect given cells in series combination, then battery is constructed, battery is prepared. Then terminal voltage of that battery is equal to sum of voltages of individual cells which are connected in series. We will explain this series combination of cells by taking one example. To explain this, we'll consider two cells, each of 1.5 volt, connected in series between the two common points A and B. You can see the same diagram here. The two cells, each having voltage 1.5 volt, connected in series between the two common points A and B. And in this combination, the negative terminal of this first cell, is connected to positive terminal of second cell, and that will be continued. Now, in this case, the battery formed by series combination of these two cells, that battery has terminal voltage. Terminal voltage of this battery is equal to sum of voltages of individual cells. So terminal voltage, that means voltage between points A and B, VAB we can write, and that is equal to, see here, terminal voltage of battery which is equal to VAB equal to sum of voltages of cells in series. This is the voltage of first cell plus this is the voltage of second cell. So we are getting terminal voltage of battery equal to 3 volt. So in this way, in series combination of cells, the voltage capacity of that battery increases, voltage rating of that battery increases. But what is happening to the current capacity? Current capacity of the battery remains same as that of the one cell. So in series combination of cell, we get the three results. First one, voltage rating or capacity of battery is increased, and that voltage rating is equal to, or voltage capacity is equal to, sum of voltages of cells connected in series. But current rating or current capacity remains the same as that of the one cell. Current capacity of a battery is the same as that of one cell. Now, effective internal resistance of this combination, because each of that cell has its own internal resistance. As the cells are in series combination, then their internal resistances will also in series combination. Then what will happen to the effective or equivalent internal resistance? That will be increased, because when resistors are connected in series combination, their effective value or equivalent value increases. That's why in series combination, effective internal resistance increases. So in this way, we can explain the series combination, the concept of series combination of cell. So instead of using two cells in series combination, if we connect n number of cells in series combination, then what will be the equivalent EMF or terminal PD of that battery? We can calculate. And what will be the equivalent internal resistance of that battery? That can we also calculate. So let us refer a circuit diagram in which n number of cells are connected in series combination between these two common points, point A and point B, and the n number of cells are connected along a single electrical path between the points A and B. Each cell having the EMF E1, E2, E3 and En, and having their internal resistances R1, R2, R3 and Rn. Now from this combination we can find their equivalent EMF. And we know that in series combination, when cells are connected in series combination, the terminal potential difference of that battery is equal to sum of the voltages of cells in series. Now equivalent EMF of that battery is equal to sum of EMF of individual cells in series. So their equivalent EMF can be written like this: summation I goes from 1 to n EI, which is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus and so on up to En. Also, we can find equivalent internal resistance of this series combination. As all the internal resistances are in series combination, we can write equivalent internal resistance as summation I goes from 1 to n Ri, which is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus and so on up to Rn. So in this way, we can learn how to increase the voltage capacity or voltage rating of a battery by connecting given cells in series combination. Now let us learn advantages of cells in series. series combination चे advantages. जर तुम्ही सेल्स series combination मध्ये जोडत असाल तर जी बॅटरी तयार होणार आहे त्या बॅटरीमुळे आपल्याला नेमके कोणते advantage होतात? Let us learn. When cells are connected in series, they produce a larger voltage. Means voltage rating or capacity of that battery increases. Secondly, cells which are damaged, series combination मध्ये कनेक्ट केलेल्या ज्या सेल्स आहेत, कोणत्या सेल्स डॅमेज झालेल्या आहेत, can be easily identified and hence they can be easily replaced also. So these are the two advantages of cells connected in series. So let us learn the second type of combination of cell, which is cells in parallel combination or concept of parallel combination of cells. So in this concept, in parallel combination, the given cells are connected between the two common points, just as we have considered A and B. Such two common points are taken and the given cells are connected between that two common points such that the positive terminals of all cells are connected together and it is given to one common point, and the negative terminals of all cells are connected together and it is given to another common point. But in this case, each cell in parallel combination is connected along different electrical path, but not along single electrical path. If there are 5 cells in parallel combination, then the cells will be connected between the two common points, but the common paths is not allowed. There will be 5 different paths, each path for each cell. Here we will refer one diagram which is explaining cells in parallel. See here, these are the two common points A and B, and between that two common points, two cells are connected in parallel combination. First cell is along this electrical path. Second cell is along this electrical path. So there are two branches of the circuit. In first branch, first cell is connected. Second branch, second cell is connected. First cell having EMF E1, internal resistance R1. Second cell EMF E2, internal resistance R2. But while connecting, positive terminals of both cells are connected together and it is given to terminal A, while negative terminal of both cells are connected together and it is given to common point B. So as there are two common points, one common point, positive terminals of both the cell is connected, and another common point, negative terminal of both the cells are connected. So in this circuit, the first cell supplies current I1 and second cell supplies the current I2. And at this point, both the currents are added and we get the total current equal to I1 plus I2. Thus, current capacity, current capacity of a battery can be increased by connecting cells in parallel combination. So when the given cells are connected in parallel combination, what happens? Current capacity of the battery increases, but voltage capacity of the battery remains the same. The voltages across both the cells remains same. So in this way, if we want to increase the current capacity of a battery, then the given cells should be connected in parallel instead of series. So let us explain this parallel combination of the cells. To explain this, we will consider two cells as shown in the circuit diagram. Two cells of EMF E1 and E2 connected in parallel between the two common points A and B. As shown in this diagram, all the positive terminals, दोन्ही सेलचे positive terminals are connected together and it is given to common point A. And negative terminal of both the cells are connected together and it is given to another common point B. So in this parallel combination of cell, what is happening? Voltage across each cell is same. Parallel combination मध्ये दोन्ही सेलच्या अक्रॉसचं व्होल्टेज आपल्याला सेम मिळेल. But current flowing through each branch of that cell is different. Current is divided among the branches, means that in each branch current is different, but voltage across each cell is same. Now what will happen to the effective resistance, effective internal resistance of this combination? As the two cells are in parallel combination, their internal resistances are also in parallel combination. And when resistances are connected in parallel combination, their effective resistance decreases. That's why in parallel combination of cell, effective internal resistance of that battery decreases. Now let us learn few mathematical steps related to parallel combination of cells. Here in this diagram, this I1, what is that I1? Current sent by cell of EMF E1. I2, current sent by cell of EMF E2. And V will be the terminal voltage across cell E1 and E2. As we know that in parallel combination, both the cell has same potential difference, but current through each branch of that cell will be different. So V will be the terminal voltage across E1 as well as E2. Then what is that R1 and R2? R1 and R2 are the internal resistance of cell E1 and E2. And this VA and VB, we know that at positive terminal potential is higher and at negative terminal potential is lower. So A common point जवळचं potential higher असणार आणि B common point जवळचं potential lower असणार. So potential at point A and B, VA and VB. are the potentials at points A and B. And in the last lecture, while studying Ohm's law applied to complete circuit, we know that for a closed circuit, terminal PD of cell is equal to EMF of cell minus IR. And this IR is nothing but terminal PD across internal resistance. So using this equation, we can write here terminal PD across the first cell. ही जी फर्स्ट सेल आहे त्या फर्स्ट सेलच्या अक्रॉसचं टर्मिनल पीडी म्हणजे व्ही आपण इथं मानलेलं आहे ते टर्मिनल पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स म्हणजे व्हीए मायनस व्हीबी आणि या फॉर्म्युलाचा यूज केला तर ते कसं लिहिता येईल पहा terminal potential difference across the first cell V equal to VA minus VB equal to EMF of first cell minus terminal PD across internal resistance of first cell I1 R1. So from this equation we can find I1 equal to म्हणजे काय ही जी मायनस टर्म आहे that should be shifted to the left and this V will be shifted to the right. फक्त ह्या दोघांची प्लेस इंटरचेंज केला तर आपल्याला मिळेल I1 R1 इक्वल टू E1 मायनस V आणि त्यामधून I1 आपण फाइंड आउट करू शकता E1 मायनस V अपॉन R1. Similarly, we can find terminal PD across the second cell. याच पद्धतीनं सेकंड सेलच्या अक्रॉसचं टर्मिनल पीडी काढायचं असेल तर सेकंड सेलच्या अक्रॉसचं टर्मिनल पीडी V इक्वल टू VA मायनस VB इक्वल टू E2 मायनस I2 R2. या इक्वेशन मधून I2 ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला या पद्धतीचीच मिळेल पहा therefore I2 equal to E2 minus V upon R2. So in this way we find out the current supplied by the first cell and current supplied by the second cell. Since total current मग ह्या पॉइंटला किंवा या ब्रँच मध्ये आलेला टोटल करंट I equal to I1 plus I2 you will get. Because in parallel combination current rating of battery increases, current capacity of battery increases. So this gives you total current flowing through that battery I1 plus I2. Now using equation 1 and equation 2 we will put the values of I1 and I2 in equation 3. So combining equations 1, 2 and 3 we get I equal to this is the current supplied by first cell, this is the current supplied by second cell. And if you separate the denominator from the both the terms, you will get E1 upon R1 minus V upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus V upon R2. And if we rearrange that terms, then in first bracket we will get E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus in second bracket V common काढू आपण 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. पुन्हा एकदा इथं ही जी सेकंड टर्म आहे ह्या सेकंड टर्मला आपण लेफ्ट हँड साइडला शिफ्ट करू आणि लेफ्ट हँड साइड मधील ही I ची व्हॅल्यू इथं आपण घेऊया. सो यू विल गेट V into bracket 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 is equal to into bracket E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus 1. Now we will cross multiply the bracket and make the denominator same. Here also after cross multiplication you will get V into bracket R1 plus R2 divided by R1 into R2 is equal to after the cross multiplication E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 into R2 minus 1. Now this bracket we can shift to the right side. While shifting R1 upon R2, sorry R1 into R2 will be shifted to numerator and R1 plus R2 will be shifted to denominator. The step will like this. V equal to कारण या ब्रॅकेट मधील R1 into R2 याला कॅन्सल होईल. So E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2 minus I ला मात्र ह्या पूर्ण ब्रॅकेटनं रिव्हर्स करून मल्टिप्लाय केलेला आहे. इक्वेशन 4. आता इथे एक आपण कंडिशन सबस्टिट्यूट करणार आहे. कोणती कंडिशन पहा. इफ वी रिप्लेस गिव्हन टू सेल्स कारण आता हे सगळ्या मॅथमॅटिकल इक्वेशन जे आहेत त्या टू सेल्स इन पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन असतानाचे आहे. इफ वी रिप्लेस गिव्हन सेल्स गिव्हन टू सेल्स by a single cell. connected between the points A and B with EMF म्हणजे सिंगल सेलचं EMF जे असेल E इक्विव्हॅलंट असेल and internal resistance त्या सिंगल सेलचा असेल ते R equivalent असेल, then you will get like that. See here, these are the two common points. This one is the single cell replaced by the given cells in parallel. म्हणजे दोन सेल ज्या पॅरलल होत्या त्याच्या ऐवजी तुम्ही त्यांना रिप्लेस केलेल्या सिंगल सेलनं ज्याचं इक्विव्हॅलंट EMF E आहे आणि इक्विव्हॅलंट इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स R आहे. तर या केसमध्ये टर्मिनल पीडी ऑफ दिस सिंगल सेल आपण सेम फॉर्म्युल्याने काढू शकतो. टर्मिनल पीडी ऑफ दॅट सिंगल सेल V equal to, see here, VA minus VB, potential at A minus potential at B is equal to E equivalent minus R into R equivalent. So this is terminal PD for the single cell, and this one equation 4 gives you terminal PD for the combination of two cells. So if we compare equation 4 and 5, if we compare equations 4 and 5, we know that left hand side of the both equations gives us terminal PD. Then right hand side must be equal. So equating corresponding terms, we get, see here, equivalent EMF of the two cells. We can write like this. E equivalent equal to this bracket. And equivalent internal resistance of the two cells. इक्विव्हॅलंट इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ द टू सेल्स म्हणजे आर इक्विव्हॅलंट कम्पेअर केला तर हा ब्रॅकेट आपल्याला मिळतो. सी हियर आर इक्विव्हॅलंट इक्वल टू R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2, equation 7. This equation 6 and equation 7 you remember because we are taking the ratio of both the equations on the next slide. Before that, if we reverse this equation 7, means take the reciprocal, then I will get 1 upon R equivalent equal to R1 plus R2 divided by R1 into R2. आणि पुन्हा जर तुम्ही डिनॉमिनेटर त्याचा सेपरेट केला तर तुम्हाला मिळेल 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Equation 8. Now we are dividing equation 7 by equation 6 by equation 7. Equation 6 gives us equivalent EMF of the two cells, and equation 7 gives us equivalent internal resistance of the two cells. So if we divide equation 6 by 7, we get E equivalent upon R equivalent is equal to E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2. So these are the two equations related with two cells connected in parallel combination. Now, if we generalize this result by connecting n number of cells in parallel combination, then for n number of cells connected in parallel combination with EMF E1, E2, E3, En and internal resistances R1, R2, R3, Rn, then equation 8 can be written for n number of cells, and equation 9 can also be written for n number of cells, like that. This is the generalized form of equation 8, and generalized form of equation 9 is this. So in this way we learn how to connect n number of cells in parallel and to increase the current capacity of battery. We should follow parallel combination of cells. Now we will learn here advantages and disadvantages of cells in parallel. First of all, we will learn advantages of cells in parallel. Advantages of cells in parallel is that for cells connected in parallel in a circuit, the circuit will not break or open even if a cell gets damaged. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही नंबर ऑफ सेल्स पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन मध्ये जोडत असाल आणि त्यातील काही सेल्स डॅमेज झाल्या तरी रिमेनिंग सेल्स करंट किंवा टर्मिनल पीडी सप्लाय करतील. The circuit will not break or open. This is the main advantage of cells connected in parallel. Now, disadvantage to connect the cells in parallel is that we cannot increase the voltage rating of that battery by increasing the number of cells. So voltage developed by the cells in parallel, voltage developed by the cells in parallel connection cannot be increased by increasing the number of cells in the circuit. म्हणजे पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन मध्ये सेल्सच्या फक्त आणि फक्त आपण करंट रेटिंग और करंट कॅपॅसिटी बॅटरीची इन्क्रीज करू शकतो, बट वी कॅनॉट इन्क्रीज द व्होल्टेज रेटिंग ऑफ दॅट बॅटरी बाय इन्क्रीजिंग नंबर ऑफ सेल्स. नंबर ऑफ सेल्स इन्क्रीज केला तर करंट रेटिंग इन्क्रीज होणार, व्होल्टेज रेटिंग विल बी रिमेन सेम ॲज इट इज. So this is how we studied the second type of combinations of the cells in parallel. Now let us learn how many types of cells are there. The cells are classified in three types. First type is called as the primary cells. Second type of cells are called as the secondary cells. And third type of cells are called as the fuel cells. Fuel cells. So these are the three main types of cells. So let us learn one by one each cell. So first of all, we will discuss for the primary cells. So primary cells which are available in the market are looking like this. These are nothing but the dry cells. Also, this is the internal structure of primary cell. This one is the graphite rod acting as a positive electrode. After that, manganese dioxide powder is there, ammonium chloride jelly is there, and all that are filled in zinc container. So this is the structure, internal structure of each primary cell. Now, in that primary cells cannot be charged again. We cannot reuse it. Once used, you can throw it. That's why primary cells cannot be charged again. It can be used only once. Therefore, chemical reactions in primary cells cannot be reversed. प्रायमरी सेल मधील केमिकल रिएक्शन आपल्याला रिव्हर्स करता येत नाही. एकदा प्रायमरी सेल यूज केली आपण त्याला पुन्हा यूज करू शकत नाही. That's why that primary cells are low cost and can be easily used. Examples of primary cells are just like this: dry cells किंवा alkaline cells. This is about first type of cell, primary cell. Now, second types of cells, secondary cells. The cells which are used in vehicles, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, cells which are used in laptops, cells which are used in mobiles, that are nothing but secondary cells. So secondary cells can be recharged again and again. So they can be reused. This is the difference between primary and secondary cells. Primary cells cannot be recharged, but secondary cells can be recharged again. That's why secondary cells are reused, and the secondary cells are looking like this. This is the structure of secondary cell. Once again, different secondary cells that you have shown. So Li-ion battery shown here, which is used for the laptops. This one is used in the vehicles, two-wheelers. This is also one type of secondary cell. So as it is recharged again, that's why the chemical reaction in secondary cell can be reversible. Secondary cell मधील chemical reaction reverse होऊ शकतात. That's why it can be used again and again. So solar cells, we know that solar cells are secondary cells that converts solar energy into electrical energy. Now the examples of secondary cells are lead acid cells, fuel cells किंवा solar cells. यातील lead acid cells ची काही examples बघू आपण. Nickel cadmium cell are the secondary cells, and lead acid accumulator is also secondary cells. So secondary cells are recharged again and again, so they can be used, reused again and again. Now the third and last type of cell is the fuel cell. So fuel cell its structure is like this. In that fuel cell, hydrogen is used as a fuel and air, it combines with air, and its byproduct of that fuel cell is nitrogen plus water. That's why that fuel cells are environmentally friendly. In that fuel cell, here is an electrolytic solution. And these are the two electrodes, anode and cathode, and are the chemical reactions which are taking place in that fuel cell. That fuel cells vehicles are electrical vehicles that use fuel cells instead of lead acid batteries to power the vehicles. म्हणजे आता जी इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हेकल्स आहेत त्या इलेक्ट्रिकल व्हेकल्स मध्ये लीड ऍसिड बॅटरीज आहेत which are providing power to the vehicles. But this FCVS, what is that? Fuel cell vehicles. In that fuel cell vehicles, the electrical vehicles that use fuel cells. And the main fuel for these cells is the hydrogen. Hydrogen is used as a fuel in that fuel cells. And the byproduct of that fuel cell is nothing but water. So the byproduct after burning that fuel is nothing but water. Therefore, hydrogen fuel cells vehicles, हायड्रोजन फ्युएल सेल व्हेकल ज्या व्हेकल्स मध्ये हायड्रोजनची फ्युएल सेल यूज केली असेल that vehicles are thus more environment friendly. So in this way we come to know types of cells, three types: primary cells, secondary cells, and fuel cells. And also we learn combination of cells. When cells are combined, we get a battery. So if we want to increase the voltage rating of that battery, the given cells are connected in series. And if we want to increase the current rating of battery, the given cells must be connected in parallel. Okay, with this we are ending this lecture.